Hello everybody, it's Beagle3280 here. If you guys remember, you saw my video that I posted about my live stream. I'm starting to get back in the groove of thing, maybe making up a YouTube career where I do a podcast, which I call the Pound Pals Podcast. And the reason why it's called the Pound Pals Podcast is actually because there used to be a series on my YouTube channel that was dedicated to multiplayer things, which they were called the Pound Pals, because I figured if I'm a dog-based character, I might as well make it related to the thing, like a dog pound or whatever. Anyways, so I figured maybe I'd do like a little thing like a podcast. I don't really consider it a full-on podcast because I don't know what all that entails. Because I'm just not very smart, not very able to put things together as quickly as other people are probably able to do so, and whatnot. So anyways, this is the introduction. Tell you guys about how things work. So essentially, I'll try to do uploads on Mondays and Fridays, and I usually have a different topic relating to each and every single one of them. Usually it's about something that I want to talk about, unless I have a special guest host, which they can pick out the topic and whatnot. On Mondays, we usually have a little thing where I'm going to revive the Curious Cat thing, because if you guys remember back in my really terrible Sonic Riders playthrough, that was supposed to be Twitter exclusive, as being on YouTube wasn't very fun back then. Well, in general, because there was that whole thing with the possible lawsuits happening, which ended up actually never happening at all, and that was probably just blown out of proportion, much like a lot of other things that are happening around the world right now. So for that particular matter, I had kind of just tried to make it to where it's Twitter exclusive via a unlisted link. And I had a thing where you guys can send in questions to Curious Cat if you guys would like to, send in something to be read on there and whatever. It's just more of like a fan interaction sort of thing with the creator. To which I will be reviving that whole concept. I'll have to find where my Curious Cat link had went, because that tweet that I had originally pinned is long gone. It just kind of disappeared one day. I don't know what happened to it. But if you guys would like to send in something, but I do have a thing where I can keep you anonymous. You can remain anonymous on the thing, and I answer your questions either on here or through Curious Cat. I try to avoid frequently asked questions, or I will avoid questions answering them on here if I've already answered them before or whatever. It's pretty self-explanatory, and you guys probably pretty much already know how things go down. As far as that kind of thing would probably go, because I don't want to do a whole thing where it's, I ask a question here, and then on the next episode I go back and answer things, because I'm not very good at remembering things either. So as you guys see from my background that I have put up here, which will be showing off every episode, it shows my Twitter handle if you guys would like to give me a follow on Twitter. I usually just repost shitty memes, or occasionally I do post up updates about like when I'm live streaming, which was supposed to be today, because this is being recorded on Sunday, April 16th, but being uploaded April 17th. As for the fact that I would do it on April 17th, but I'll be at work, and I can't just take off work. I'd have to schedule actual time to take off from work, and I don't like using up all that time in case an actual emergency that needs me to be off work actually does happen. You get it. And it won't be an all the time, always Monday and always Fridays sort of thing, as I need sleep, or I want to live stream on a certain Sunday, but I don't want to, not live stream to record a episode of the podcast, where I could have just done it on Friday night, but I kind of just forgot because I had a lot of things going on Friday. Well, I also had a lot of things going on Saturday is the reason why I didn't do that, on top of hanging out with my friends. Because I need a break once in a while from, anything and everything. And on those nights we play Dungeons and Dragons. So, yeah, if you'd like to follow me on my Twitter account, you're more than welcome to. I just mostly retweet stuff on there. I do make an occasional thing or two, like an occasional update or two if I'm like live streaming or something. Another thing I do want to post on here is that if I do have a guest, it won't be like an all the time sort of thing. Every once in a while, if people feel like wanting to actually come on, if I, can find somebody who I think would, be fun to have, because they got a lot better things to do besides, come on to the Pound Pals podcast and everything like that. Who knows? And I don't know how long this series will go on for, because this is kind of just like a trial episode in a sense, because I'm not going to guarantee 100 episodes and then we're done, because I'm not even sure if I'm even going to like doing this to 100. I'm not even sure if people are even going to enjoy this series to get to 100, for that matter. But yeah, that's pretty much the shortest episode of Pound Pals podcast I think I'll ever be recording here today. If you do like it, maybe consider giving a subscription. So most Mondays and most Fridays, you'll be seeing and hearing my voice here for the Pound Pals podcast, and then on most Sunday nights, or just about every Sunday night if I can, or even on most Saturdays, you can join my voice and maybe even a couple of my friends, and we do some live streams on Twitch TV. Which, if you'd like the link, it's in my Twitter. Whenever I post that I'm going live, I do provide a link so everybody who wants to join in can join in. So to end off today's episode, I guess I will be going to my Curious Cat and answering the question that is actually listed on there for today. So it's actually it's actually the daily question by Gello or Jello, whatever his name is. And it says, or whatever their name is, excuse me. Which do you like better, city or country? Now, if I'm being entirely honest with you guys, when it comes to the whole thing of city versus country, when it comes to scenery, the country is a bit more better because, you got nature at its finest. Trees and, like, the stars in the sky. It's just, everything's a bit more beautiful when you're out, in the more country-esque areas. And the big city is also, like, really nice because it's mainly where all my friends are, actually. And in the city, it's more prominently known place to place, as it's... I don't really know how to describe it, but essentially, when it comes to city versus country, I much prefer country. As far as like scenic locations go, or as far as how things are when it comes to looking at things. I'm explaining this really badly because I'm just so nervous. Anyways, I hope that I hope you guys have a really nice, wonderful rest of your day, night, or evening, or even possibly the week, depending on actually, I can say you have a nice week no matter what day you're watching. But I do hope that you did possibly enjoy this episode and maybe consider it a subscription. And I'll see you guys in the next episode of the Pound Pals podcast, whenever that will be. See you later.